Doc, what exactly is going to happen now when Trump says that the MOU is almost over, but at the very same time the negotiations are going to be on between Iran and America. Strikes are still on, and how do you see these things shaping up in the days to come?
I would say this is a philosophical question, because we have been witnessing so much times of ups and downs in rhetoric of Donald Trump, US president, that we should really be very cautious in analyzing all his statements and stances, in this regard. Time after time, the US president tries to implement into the shaky peace a certain element of destruction. And I think he should read or revive in his memory an epic novel of the Russian classical writer Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace. And there is a fantastic stance there that every war brings enormous danger, but every danger has a choice. But I would add to it that every choice should have a strategy. So while you are signing a memorandum of understanding and while you are participating in an important historical peace talks, while you're claiming that you are ready to seal up, to bring peace into the Middle East, then you have to be extra cautious while you're proclaiming the strategy of no exit. So I think that what shall we expect next? I think we shall expect the whole series of ups and downs phases or waves of the mood of Donald Trump until the elections in the United States take place. Before that, I think by the end of the year, by October, November, we're going to witness the whole dramatic scenario of such kind of rhetoric.
But don't you think that if we go back and if we look at the history, every war, may it be like World War I, World War II, or any conflict, backdoor diplomacy is always on, and the doors are there. The diplomatic doors, the diplomacy is always working behind the closed doors even. So in this particular case, if we say that the MOU is there and the negotiations are also there and the strikes are on as well, so nothing is going to happen. And as you said, it's going to be a rocky situation till the midterm elections in America in November. So nothing is going to happen. This thing is not going to shape up. This MOU is not going to shape up into an agreement in 60 days. Now it's been like we are left with only like 30 days probably, plus minus. So the agreement is not going to happen before November. Are you saying that, or what? How should I take it?
Donald Trump is a serious political businessman, I would put it that way. And closer to the end of the 60 days of ceasefire, I think he will start raising the stakes. He is Emperor Maximus. So he will try to maximize his interest and his stakes to the highest level by playing time after time with the strikes, with the war escalation, etc. This is his strategy. We must understand that this is not a plain road that Trump follows. He plays with a very fragile diplomatic whale and a hardcore strategy. So somewhere in the middle, we can actually find a very narrow room for maneuvering. And within that maneuvering, there is an important thing. There is a time frame. And within that time frame, it depends on peace mediators like Pakistan, how this gap can be fulfilled. How contextual, how deeply contextual that gap can be in a diplomatic sense in order to keep that balance to maximum, to win not only the time frame, within the 60 days, but also to overplay hardcore strategy from the side of the United States and Israel. And we should not also forget that Israel, Netanyahu, is also approaching the momentum of elections. So it definitely refers to the situation in relation to the recently signed agreement between Israel, United States, and Lebanon, in order to put an extra stick into the peace process, because memorandum of understanding that was signed between the United States and Iran is placed in a direct contradiction with a trilateral framework agreement between the United States, Israel, and Lebanon. So that's why I would like to highlight that such a mediator, important mediator, key mediator as Pakistan should think now twice how the strategic momentum can be addressed at the highest possible profitable state.
But don't you think, Doc, that Iran should have gone for an agreement much before the MOU was signed? The MOU should have been signed like much earlier, and then at this particular moment as we talk, we could have reached an agreement, because what I want to ask is that probably Iran has missed a chance which were given, extended by America to Iran, so that he can come to the table and make a deal. So don't you think that Iran missed those chances?
I would not articulate that as a mischance, because Iran and Iranian negotiators have declared several times that it was not possible to approach peace deal without trust. It was a serious lack of trust between the parties. And Pakistan has been doing a tremendously important role by putting these parties closer to each other. Therefore, the memorandum of understanding that was signed virtually, electronically, is still somehow staying in perception as a virtual act. So in order to materialize it, it should be a higher level of trust and understanding what kind of interests each camp is gaining. Because until this moment, this very moment, there has been not a resolution of the causes of this war. And this resolution cannot take place. So no agreement, no peace deal, peace talk, or any framework can resolve it without a key strategic, let's say, element within this situation that can play a significant role. So that's why I would not put it as a missed opportunity on the side of Iran, because you should not remove from the plate the interest of Israel and their plans.